I have heard that Nilbeth is home to a very diverse group of species. Do any races other than the Trathen abide in this place?
At present, yes. Many converge here in Nilbeth as an allied state, but each race typically lives in its own cluster. However, that does not mean we forbid other races to reside here. In fact, Midas and the other wise men sojourned in this very settlement for an extended period.
Did they really?
Although there are differences between the races, the Trathen are very proactive in interspecies exchange. We Trathen have long been congenial with the semiomancers of Aucerius, partly due to the ancient coil. The fact that I studied abroad in Aucerius is also a product of that exchange.
And with the Vale Empire, were exchanges conducted as well?
Minimal when compared with Aucerius. Because of our race, geography, and history, we tend to ally ourselves with semiomantically developed nations. Though perhaps that is precisely why we end up attracting attention.
I see. In your hour of need, could you not expect reinforcements from the Nilbeth capital?
That would be quite difficult given the circumstances. There are many other races living in Nilbeth's capital besides the Trathen, and the capital's legislative council decides its actions. If the Trathen are the only ones affected by a malady, then the Trathen themselves must attempt to quell the situation first. Only when the situation becomes unmanageable will the capital intervene. These are the unique positives and negatives of Nilbeth's National Assembly.
Should your nation change then, so too will your methods.
Conversely, if something like this were to happen to the other races, we would behave in the same manner. Though, perhaps now is the time for us to change those customs. All things considered, it was a smashing wedding.
Yes. It was a sight to behold, in a rather literal sense. Although it did not quite have the appropriate air.
It was missing something, for sure. You will certainly wed your true life partner one day. Consider it a fine dress rehearsal instead.
I would prefer not to reference it at all.
You are probably right. You cannot marry anyway unless you find a groom. In truth, what type of man do you see yourself marrying? This is a matter that will mold the future of Aucerius.
Oh!
Oh, come now. I shan't tell a soul. You can speak with candor.
Mayhaps someone who will always be there by my side will be best. During times of illness, during times of health, we would hold hands and get through whatever life may throw at us.
Always by her side. Isn't there already someone like that? Is she boasting?
Did you say something?
Oh, no, never mind. I hope you find such a man.
Ah, yes, I will certainly try.
I think it may be the other side that needs to try. Now, just what could be cause to sigh like that?
I was reflecting upon my actions.
Oh dear, again?
It is of great import. Until just recently, I failed to notice Albert's deteriorating condition. Throughout our entire journey.
And who could blame you for that? The boy tried like mad to hide it.
And that too gives me pause. Why would he feel the need to hide it from me? Am I such an unreliable presence?
No, I do not think so.
Huh?
It was wholly out of his sense of loyalty to you that he tried so hard to conceal his condition. As the boy's superior, you must acknowledge his efforts. Of course, Acting to prevent someone from worrying can, on occasion, lead to an equally worrisome predicament in and of itself. I do not know much of man's pride, but I can say that you need not trouble yourself with every small concern.
I seem to feel that. Mayhap you are speaking from personal experience?
Do you believe so?
Oh, I am sorry. Was that too forward of me?
No harm done. But now you must develop an eye for seeing through false courage. Because that is how people are, no matter their age.
That is truly sound advice I will not forget. No matter their age? Are you referring to...
Surely that is uncalled for, no?
Oh, agreed.
You know, Lady Malkya, I think you are one cool adult.
And what prompted such a remark? No, flattery will not move me.
I mean it! I want to become an adult just like you, who's really got her stuff together.
Stuff together? Whatever do you mean?
Well, lots of things. Like your composure, and, the way you handle Uncle Midas. You've just got so many qualities that I sure don't have.
I am not wholly certain what qualities you speak of.
Hey, don't you think so too, Laeticia?
Pardon? Oh, actually... I too know what it is like to admire Lady Malkya.
Right?
You too, Princess Laeticia. You would not happen to be mocking me, I trust.
Perish the thought! How we all rely on your assertiveness, say nothing of the charisma you employ to unite many races.
Yeah, and your knowledge about semiomancy, and that mysterious, mature aura you've got.
Yes, well, thank you, but I fear you overestimate me. I am hardly so worthy to receive such praise from the both of you.
No, that's not true. You really are super wonderful, Lady Malkya.
Yes, you are truly someone we can both admire.
Enough, the both of you. Truly, I can take no more of these compliments.
Lady Malkya, is there any secret you may share to successfully gather a large group together?
Why do you ask? Does something ail you?
I have been plagued with worry regarding all the things to come. I wish to seek out and listen to the counsel of my elders.
I see. One day, you will need to rule a vast kingdom after all. If you wish, as your elder, I will provide you with all the answers you desire, in part to put you in my debt.
If you would be so kind.
Nilbeth is a melting pot of a wide variety of tribes. The conventional wisdom believed by one person may hold little sway with someone else.
I understand.
Do not allow yourself to be bound by the viewpoint held by you or your family alone. It is essential to consider a wide range of perspectives.
A wide range of perspectives, I see.
There will also be times, however, when you find yourself at a standstill.
Oh?
As a leader of people, you may need to exert your superiority on occasion. That is when you must disregard others' views and push through your own decisions with utmost conviction.
But then, which decision is correct?
It will depend on the situation. So, contemplate such things now, sharpen your judgment, and build experience. I am quite sure it will be of great benefit to you in the future.
Yes. While there is time, I will consider a great many things. Thank you.
Devote yourself. I am sure you will do fine. There's nothing left to be done. What a dull existence. There must be some way to pass the time.
Good day, Lady Malkya.
Your timing is impeccable. I happen to have a favor I must ask.
Oh, yes, of course, if it is within my power.
Could you tell me a good story?
Pardon?
You did hear me. Come, tell me something stimulating.
It feels like I'm being asked to do something rather challenging. In that case... Here is a joke that is quite in vogue within the royal city. A patient was visiting an iatromancer and spoke to him as such. Doctor, this is my first time being treated with iatromancy. Will I be okay? Don't worry, he replies. This is also my first time. And that is the joke. Lady Malkya?
I never thought you would actually tell a joke.
But isn't that what you asked of me, Lady Malkya?
Yes, of course. Apologies. I had heard it common for persons of great culture to know many jokes and funny tales. If the princess can make a clever joke at a moment's notice, the kingdom's future is secure.
Oh, you do exaggerate. That was but one simple joke. I assume you two have been acquainted for some time.
Yes, you could say that.
And she's always been insufferable.
Oh, insufferable am I? I certainly won't stand for that.
What?
I must ask you, Princess Laeticia. Objectively speaking, how does our insufferable relationship appear to you? I suggest you answer truthfully.
Oh, well, maybe. I believe you appear to be quite close, as if you were sweethearts.
Do you hear that, Midas? We look like sweethearts. And how is that insufferable?
What would such a sheltered child know of such things?
She merely told it as she sees it, if I were to venture a guess. Yes?
Yes. Lady Malkya, how do you find these views above the sky?
Truly and ceaselessly astonishing. I thought I had already learned so much in my lifetime. But when did I last feel such anticipation, such suspense, not knowing what will happen next?
Perhaps Ray, Chloe, and the others shared such similar feelings when they came to Aucerius.
Despite coming from this coarse-count universe, maybe they too felt unease arriving in a new land.
I do recall Ray becoming quite thrilled, though, each time he encountered a new sight.
Thrilled? Fascinating. I thought my curiosity was aroused for the first time in ages, but that phrasing does not do justice to what I feel. I am thrilled to know that there are whole worlds yet unheard of in our universe.
As am I, and it is my fervent hope that we may explore them together.
Yes, like tottering children, we shall take our first steps into a world once thought unfathomable, one with an abundance to learn.
Yes, we are as children here, so let us learn with childlike innocence.
Childlike innocence, you say? Conventional wisdom will no doubt be a hindrance then. I hope you will be near to keep me grounded.
I shall endeavor to keep up with you, Lady Malkya. I see you both have had your fair share of merriment.
Not I. This one's been drinking for us both.
What was that? Finished already, are you? We've only just begun.
See?
I'm not drunk. I'm completely fine.
You're as sauced up as I've ever seen you. What drove you to drink like this?
You really don't know? That's your problem, isn't it? So, Princess Laeticia, what do you think? Why am I drinking here like this?
Me? Oh, well, perhaps. Because Maester Midas is in your company?
Precisely!
What nonsense.
And the reason I can get so drunk is that I know Midas here will take good care of me.
You are well and truly fuddled.
You must be well trusted, Maester Midas.
More like I am being imposed upon.
Yes, 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 you should feel honored that I trust you enough to impose on you.
I swear.
Lady Malkya, how you always wear such lovely attire.
Well, you must have an eye for such things. I suppose I am rather fastidious in my dress. I have my own preferences, and I must not impair the grace and dignity expected of a leader.
Yes, I do think your clothing suits you well.
Ah, that it does. This attire was specially made to meet my specifications. By any chance, Princess Laeticia, would you like to try it on?
Me? You are asking me? Would that be acceptable? Truth be told, I was actually hoping I could a little.
Is that so? Then let us proceed. My clothes are simply the wrong size. I know. We will make a new outfit for you.
Really?
I, too, would love to see you don the traditional attire of the Trathen people. We will make something fit for a princess. I hope that excites you.
I graciously thank you. Although, I do have one small request.
Yes, whatever you need.
If possible, could it be a little less revealing?
Not a chance.
Oh!
This is how our traditional clothing is customarily worn. Anything too modest will not evoke the Trathen. Besides, surely you've seen worse in Aucerius.
Oh, is that right?
Indeed. The Crown Emperor and that boy will enjoy your first public unveiling.
I am in no way in a rush. Please hear me.
Good heavens, I am just in time. Are you all right?
Lady Malkya!
Take a deep breath. I found a place that appears safe over there. Can you move?
Yes, I am fine. This is...
I walked about here earlier. This appears to be a corner of Aucerius's royal palace.
The royal palace? Oh, then that must mean... these walls and the palace are impeding that rapid current?
No. We seem to be engaged in a so-called quasi-integration. As such, I hardly think the impediment of wind and water is of any concern. Most likely, this is all an illusion, depicting your thoughts and mine.
It is portraying our thoughts? Yet why this location?
You don't recognize it at all? I remembered it instantly. But you were so small then, and the walls now are in good repair. Understandable, though. We were thrown into this so quickly. It was here, I believe. Little you, crying helplessly, clutching that boy who was covered in blood.
Ah!
Something seems to stir within you.
You were the one who first came to our aid.
It was Midas and the others who attended to the boy who lost his arm. My charge was to hold you throughout. even as you wept endlessly in fear and panic. The girl who wept because she could not save a boy is now grown up and fighting to save her planet.
Yet nothing has changed. For my body may have grown, I am still forever seeking out someone who I can rely. I am helpless still when I am on my own.
You will accomplish very little if you tackle every task alone. You, Her Royal Highness Princess Laeticia, have developed wonderfully as both a person and as a future ruler. I can attest to that.
Oh, please. You will only drive me to seek help once more. Lady Malkya, you are always there to make me feel safe.
If the world around you is so full of dread, at least one loyal, unconditional companion is surely not too much to ask.
Oh, yes.
We must push forward. We who hold positions of responsibility will not fall to our knees so easily. Let us show Boldor the steadfast form of a true people's monarch.
Yes. Oh!
Here we are. We made it. Lost your land legs, have you?
I simply never imagined the Folga might soar so swiftly.
I may have made certain modifications to suit my needs. Invigorating, no?
It does invoke something. Now, where are we?
I told you before we boarded. My most prized hideaway.
So...
Hush now. Occupy yourself with naught but the warmth of the sun's rays, the sounds of the waves, and the blue expanse before your eyes. Nothing else.
Right. But... I was under the impression that we were meant to discuss the future of the Trathen refugees in Aucerius.
All leaders need moments such as these.
Come again?
You look worse yet now than when I saw you not long ago. I assume you find little sleep?
Well, only because there is yet much to do.
Few fathom both the scale and importance of what we do, which again is why we must find time to rest. Perhaps it is unbecoming of a mere tribal leader to offer advice to a princess. But know that the stress we carry goes on to affect those we lead.
Malkya.
Do we not want to look back upon it all with pride?
You speak sense. Perhaps I might borrow this space.
Good.